want to thank Toyota for their unbelievable support, but we are ready to weigh some fish. And I'll tell you, you guys know, I mean, you normally see me up here with my buddy Tripp, and this is weird to think that I've never done a classic without Tripp. I mean, it's weird, and we thought about it, and although Tripp is retired, this is kind of like the mob. He thought he was out, but we pulled him back in for this event, ladies and gentlemen. Honorary Weighmaster, let's bring him back to the Bassmaster stage, Tripp Weldon! So happy to have you back here, Tripp. Man, we missed this one more time, let's hear it for Tripp Weldon. Tripp, unbelievable to be back here. You know, first of all, I got to ask you, I mean, we haven't seen you on the stage for a number of months. I've missed you. We've been in touch, obviously. But can you give the bass fishing world a little bit of an update on you, how your health's going, and more importantly, how's retirement's going?
Retirement's going great, Dave, I'll tell you. And yeah, I'll give you a quick update. I was diagnosed with cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in October. Thanks to wonderful doctors, nurses, science, I'm in remission. So praise the Lord for that. But I especially want to thank, you know, all the anglers, the staff, but especially bass members. I had people reach out to me, sending me cards that I don't know you personally, but I know you in my heart, and I really appreciate that. You know, all of us have been touched by cancer, and I tell everybody, thank you for your prayers, but pray for someone else because they need it, just like today. I talked to Herren Martins a little while ago, and he needs our prayer, so I ask all of you to pray for our friend Herren Martins. Again, thank you, but enough about me. You know, when you think about this, the 51 Bassmaster Classics. Thank you, Ray Scott, for what you meant to this sport. And this is not about me, about you. It's about these 54 anglers in this 51st Bassmaster Classic. I wear my Stetson to tip my hat to Texas and Fort Worth, and it is great to be here. And if you watch the action on Bassmaster Live this morning, man, this week is going to be incredible.
Going to be incredible, and Fort Worth has rolled out the red carpet for us, an unbelievable whole city to see. And I'll be honest, you know, in an event like this, you wonder, is everybody going to show up? Because obviously the last time we were at an event was the Bassmaster Classic, and now the first event we're back is the Bassmaster Classic, but Fort Worth has showed out in a big way, Tripp.
Well, absolutely, and if you think about last year's Classic, we had the Classic ended on Sunday. I think it was on that Wednesday when the NBA player tested positive and the whole world shut down, so we were so close. We had a phenomenal Classic in Birmingham, Alabama, but I think Texas is really going to show out this week, and it's great to be in Fort Worth. And again, I can't wait to see how it unfolds, and it never gets old being on this stage with you, Dave Mercer.
I'm excited to have you back here. Who's excited to see Tripp Weldon back on the Bassmaster stage? So many great partners. Want to thank, of course, our local partners for their incredible support here this week. And we are just about ready to weigh some fish. But before we weigh the fish, obviously you've heard there's a little bit of a different weigh situation. I mean, we're all used to dealing with COVID regulations by now. Well, our fish are dealing with some COVID regulations, and that obviously not to do with COVID, but to do with the date of our tournament was moved. So we're weighing these fish at a much warmer time of the year. We came to a deal with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and you're only going to see 2 fish here today. We've got a super secret weigh-in happening at the lake on Sunday, the weigh-in 5 like you're used to seeing, but you will see 2 fish, and I think that's just a great happy medium that Bass came to with Texas Parks and Wildlife, thinking of the #1 star of this sport, Bass, of course.
Well, right, Dave. We are in the month of June, and we you know, Texas Parks and Wildlife, the greatest fisheries in the country, some of them right here. We saw what happened down on Lake Fork. Lake Ray Roberts is showing out. We appreciate their support, all of our conservation guys from the Bass Nation. So it's kind of a happy medium. We know these great bass fans like to see fish, and you're going to see fish. we've got the weights weighing at the lake like you talked about, and then come Sunday, championship Sunday, top 25, we'll weigh their fish right here, and we'll crown a champion right here on this stage.
All right, I know what these people came here. You ready to weigh some fish, ladies and gentlemen? No, 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 no. This is the 51st edition of the greatest spectacle in all of sports fishing. Are you ready? Let's get ready to wham! Dante, who do we got first?
Well, our very first angler is ready to roll in now from Leander, Texas, Clark Wendland.
What a way to get this party started with a reigning and defending Angler of the Year, Texas's very own Clark Wendland, ladies and gentlemen. Texas, welcome him, right? Clark Wendland, a four-time Angler of the Year, and of course, our reigning and defending Angler of the Year. 5 fish here on day number 1. We're holding on the weight here. 5 fish here on day number 1. Let's get those fish, hold those fish while we deal with this. And we'll hold them high. And my friends here will fill this arena with noise. 11 pounds and an ounce. And he is your tournament leader, obviously being the first angler to weigh in here today. And Clark, a little delayed there, but we're happy to have you back here, man. Talked about it this morning. Reigning Angler of the Year to fish the Bassmaster Classic here in your home state. Got to be a special feeling.
Oh, it absolutely is, Dave. I mean, and I think Texas is going to show out this weekend, both in the fishing and the expo. The Classic's just going to be awesome. It's been a great week so far. You know, my practice was actually good. Actually great. I had a lot of great bites in practice. This lake's got a lot of big fish in it. And I know the weigh-in's going to substantiate that. We're going to see them, but I got to get a few more of those tomorrow.
I'll go let you get rigged and get ready. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Let's hear it for Clark Wendland and Don Day. Feed me another.
Yeah, be glad to. As a matter of fact, we got a fella coming in from Bokashi, Oklahoma. Here comes Chris Jones.
Qualifying for his second Bassmaster Classic, both trips to this event through the Opens, which if you talk to most anglers, they'll tell you it's an improbable and one of the toughest ways to make it here to the Bassmaster Classic, but he's done it not once, but twice. And if you watch Bass Live today, it looked like his day got off to a good start, ladies and gentlemen. Digging deep in that live well. Let's hear it for him and welcome him to the Bassmaster Classic stage. Five fish here today, 17 pounds, 2 ounces, and just like that, a brand new leader. $17.2, and that's a lively fish, and that's the whole reason we did this whole different weigh-in system, but it's working out pretty good here, and this tournament's working out good for you. 17.2, is that right on target where you were thinking, or a little better or worse?
No, it's right. It was, I was hoping for a good start. I mean, you can't win it on the first day, but you dang sure can lose it, and I just picked an area this morning, and there was a shad spawn. That's obviously how I think a lot of us are getting to catch them, and I hope it happens again tomorrow, because once that goes away, it really gets slow. I flipped for like 6 hours today, and I caught another 7 or 8 keepers, but the size goes away, and I don't know, I can't figure out how to catch the big ones later in the day. So I just hope that I can get, 2 or 3 of them good ones again in the morning. I actually caught like 7 keepers this morning, pulled down between 2 bushes. So, it was a fun morning. So
Good start, but it's just day number one. I wish you luck and see you back here tomorrow. Keep them rolling, Donde.
All right, we got an Arkansan in the house. Out of Russellville, Arkansas, here comes Jamie Hartman.
He is a former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, an Elite Series champion not once but twice, a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion, and both those wins he took in the same season back in 2019. Let's hear it for Nitro Mercury Pro, Jamie the Hammer Hartman. 5 fish to start off his tournament here on day number one. 16 pounds, 4 ounces. Jamie Hartman moves into second place. Digging deep in that Abu Garcia weighing bag, gonna hold him high. Let me hear it from you, Texas. 16 pounds, 4 ounces. And 3 anglers into this weigh-in and another good bag of fish, Jamie. This fishery coming into it, it seems like it's fishing a lot different than a lot of people would have maybe expected coming into this event, but it's fishing well.
Hey, I don't know, man. It's still a grind. There's no doubt about it. Stuff did change a little bit. I had to adjust just a little bit today. That wind kind of got me. Unfortunately, that wind was blowing on a lot of stuff that I expected to really limit out quick on, but it changed it a little bit, made adjustments, and I think I've made enough adjustments I could get it on tomorrow again.
Love to see you all the way through to Sunday. Great to have you back here on the Bassmaster Classic stage. Let's hear it for Jamie Hartman.
Hey, this next guy certainly made his mark. Let's bring him in now. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, Hank Cherry.
Holds the record for the longest reigning Bassmaster Classic champion and would love to go back-to-back this week. A 3-time Bassmaster winner and also a former Elite Series Rookie of the Year. Crossed $1 million in Bassmaster earnings earlier this year. Let's welcome him back to the Bassmaster Classic stage, ladies and gentlemen, your reigning and defending champion. Five fish for Hank Cherry here today, 20 pounds, 4 ounces. Hugging Tripp and dropping bombs. Your defending champion is once again leading the Bassmaster Classic. That kicker of 5'14", not just leading the tournament, but also leading Berkeley Big Bass. Let's hear it for him. Man, what a day, but outside of all this fishing stuff, it's a special day for the Cherry family, is it not?
Well, it's really a special week because my little girl's over there, and I've never been around her on her birthday before. She turned 8 Monday. She's here. So I would like everybody here, if you could, when I count to 3, give me a big happy birthday, Bella. Can we do that? All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Bella.
Happy birthday and welcome to the world's biggest surprise party ever. I don't know who brought the cake, but speaking of gifts, look right over my shoulder right there. Just got hung the other day. Your Classic Champion banner. I mean, you've worked the expo, you've been part of this event, you've seen those banners. You've joined a League of Legends to have your name on it. What does that feel like to look at that?
Man, that's special. Brad Watley told me when we looked at it together, he said, Hank, I'm going to tell you what, when they bury your butt, that'll still be here. That's the dream I've chased my whole life. And honored and blessed just to be able to look at it and do it. All the military families out there, I thank you for your service. Police officers, first responders, firemen. You don't get enough thanks. You're doing a great job. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. What a great start.
Yeah, buddy. Woo, what a great champion. Next angler out of Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Here comes David Mullins.
Every day is doomsday for the former Opens winner from Mount Carmel, Tennessee. David Mullins back here in the Bassmaster Classic. And we are sure happy to have him. A second place finish in our Angler of the Year race last year, and 5 fish here today on day number 1. Academy Sports and Outdoors, a Bassmaster Classic, 13 pounds, 3 ounces. So a decent first day here today puts him in 4th place with 13.3, holding him high. Get loud, Texas. David, 13.3, so a decent start to things. And this is one of those lakes that, man, it seems to be tough to duplicate what you do day after day. So a lot of change is going to happen in the leaderboard. What do you feel about day number 1?
Well, it's an interesting lake. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like every creek you go into is a little bit different than like a half a mile away. So it's very unique, and you know there's flurries throughout the day. And that's what I found in practice is you could go a long time and finally get a bite. Once you got a bite, you could get like 2 or 3 bites. And I hit that flurry today, and man, I mean it's no secret. I'm flipping bushes. It's 4 foot flooded, and I got in a section of bushes. I locked a 4-pounder up in the top of it. I went to get her, she come off. I went like 5 bushes down, I hooked a 3-pounder, it come off. Another 3-pounder come off, and then finally I landed a 4-pounder. So that was my opportunity for, for the day, and you got to capitalize on that because it's hard to be consistent on a lake like this, especially how much cover's out there and how flooded it is. But, I had a good day, I'm not going to lie. I had the bites to do well, but 13.3 keeps me in it, and hopefully we'll get some bigger bites tomorrow.
Go relax. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and let's keep them rolling.
All right, let's bring our next angler in now from Panama City, Florida. Beautiful Gulf Coast area, Drew Benton.
A former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, and the state of Texas has been good to him. Took a Texas Fest title just a few years ago. Digging deep in that Phoenix live well. Let's see what he's got to show us here today. He's got a 5-fish limit, and on a body of water where everybody talked about how few limits we may see, it is showing out here on day number 1. 15 pounds, 14 ounces, and Drew Benton moves into 4th place currently. Fort Worth, Texas, let me hear ya. 15 pounds, 14 ounces, and a decent start to things, man. I hate it. I should not say it because it drives me crazy when all the anglers say it. Oh, you can't win it on day 1, but you sure can lose it. But you avoided that, right?
Yeah, you can't win it on the first day, but you can dang sure lose it, and we avoided that. I had a really good practice, and I had some really good bites. This place is full of big ones, but today with the wind, it changed things. It put a lot of stuff out of play for me, and it made the place fish a lot smaller than I anticipated. So, you know, with everything that went on, with the conditions and all, I got off to a good start and just rolled with it. I just was behind too many other competitors today. So we'll change our rotation up. Obviously, I will. I was boat 6 today, so I'll go out later tomorrow. So we'll change our rotation up and see if we can catch a couple big Texas-sized bass and bring them tomorrow.
I want to see it. Go get it done. We'll see you back here tomorrow from one Rookie of the Year to, I believe, another Don Day.
Yes, indeed. Got a guy out of Fairview, North Carolina. Make him welcome everybody. Here comes Jake Whittaker.
Five Bassmaster top 10s. He is the 2018 Elite Series Rookie of the Year, and it never gets old rolling through those curtains into this beautiful Dickies Arena here, the home of the 51st Bassmaster Classic in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. Unfortunately, just 2 fish here today. 5 pounds, 10 ounces. 5'10" here today, puts him in 7th place for 2 fish here today. Weighed that one for Berkeley Big Bass, and unfortunately just a little short, a 4-1, but a good one. And I mean, I'm sure a welcome addition after a tough first day. And I know weighing in 2 fish at the Bassmaster Classic is never the goal, but do you know how many thousands of people are at home saying, man, I wish I weighed in 2 fish at the Bassmaster Classic?
That is for sure, and I promise you one thing, I'll never take weighing in on this stage in front of all these people for granted. You know, it was a tough day for me. I got on a little deal Wednesday and had several bites on a frog, and everybody knows how much fun it is to throw a frog, but I think those bites led me in the wrong direction this week. But, you know, a slow day, but who knows? There's some giant bass out there, and maybe tomorrow we can go get them. But again, awesome crowd. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Let's go get them tomorrow.
Congrats on being here. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.
Nick Guy from the Yellowhammer State. He's out of Coleman, Alabama. Here comes Jordan Wiggins.
One of the deadly Wiggins brothers has been here before and came very close to getting this title. Jordan trying to bring that title home to Alabama here in his very first Bassmaster Classic. Representing Alabama Bass Trail and representing him in a big, big way. Let's welcome him to the Bassmaster Classic stage for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Wiggins, welcome to the Bassmaster Classic. So good to have you here. 16 pounds, 3 ounces. That's the way to get your party started. Let's hear it. His first Classic, sitting in 4th place with 16 pounds, 3 ounces. $16.3, and come on over here. I've kind of teased a few times. You know, your brother came so close. You look about as much like your brother as possible without actually being your brother. But you can totally fix that by holding that trophy come Sunday, and you have done your job today.
That's it. That's right. If I've heard that once, I've heard it 1,000 times this week. But it's all good. He followed me around on the lake all day and got to see me catch every one of them. That was pretty awesome. And maybe we can do it again tomorrow. I don't know. It was a grind. But what bid I put in the boat. So I'm tickled with it.
Tickled to have you here at the Bassmaster Classic. A great start, and it's only day number 1. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Next angler's also a Bama boy. He's out of Asheville, Alabama. Here comes Mr. Matt Herren.
Fishing his 9th Bassmaster Classic. 20 Bassmaster top 10s, passed the Millionaires Club earlier this year, won a TTBC title on this very body of water, and was one of the odds-on favorites coming into this event. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro Matt Herren as he joins us on the Bassmaster Classic stage. Four fish here today, 10 pounds, 2 ounces. One short of a limit, unfortunately, but let's hear it for them. They're a kicker fish. At 4.15, just a little short of our Berkeley Big Bass, just 1 ounce short of a pound off of our Berkeley Big Bass. But I mean, I don't know, that's not what you're focused on right now. You're probably focused on number 5 that did not make the trip in the live well. So tell me about your day, and you know this. I mean, it's day one. Lots can change.
All things are going to change here. You know, we're dealing with a shad spawn, and this morning I just started on the wrong place. And you got a little bit of a window, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And if you miss it, it's going to be a long, grueling day. And I wound up catching that one right at 5 pounds later in the afternoon. But the fish, the lake's in a big state of change right now, and this thing, the leaderboard's going to go up and down. It's going to be interesting every day. So I'm just going to have to go out in the morning and try to adjust and get back in this thing.
Get it done. I know you can. We look forward to seeing it.
Another good old Southern boy ready to roll in. Big welcome from Fayetteville, Tennessee. Here comes Brandon Lester.
'20 Bassmaster top 10s, a 6-time classic qualifier. The always lethal Brandon Lester shows up at the classic once again with one goal, and that's to roll out of town with the trophy. Here comes Sunday afternoon, but unfortunately a tough first day this time around for Brandon Lester. 2 fish, 5 pounds, 15 ounces, gonna give him an opportunity to hold one high. Let's celebrate him, one of the 54 anglers in the entire world that have an opportunity to compete in the 51st Bassmaster Classic. Tough first day, but I said it, I believe, to Jake Whittaker, and it really is true. I mean, when you have a tough first day at the Classic, you got to think about all the people at home that wish they were having a tough first day at the Bassmaster Classic. And I don't know if that makes you feel any better, but it's really all I can say right now to get past this awkward situation.
I tell you what makes me feel better, Dave. What makes me feel better is coming back in this arena and seeing all these smiling faces and all my friends and family right over here. Dude, this is my 6th Bassmaster Classic, and it never gets old. I wish every bass fisherman that ever dreamed of this could experience this just one time, because, man, it's an awesome feeling being up here. I know I didn't really swing par today, but I've been known to make a comeback before, so we're going to go back out there tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. This is Texas, man. Big ones live here, so we'll be swinging tomorrow. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, and I think it's about to get real loud here, Don Day.
Yeah, we got the War Eagle country in the house. Coming in out of Auburn, Alabama, Steve Kennedy.
He is the former heavyweight champion of professional bass fishing, a 10-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 7-time FLW Tour winner, a 3-time Elite Series champion. And man, if you watch Bass Live today, what a day he had. Get loud for Steve Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. 5 fish here today, and what a day it was. 23 pounds even, and Steve Kennedy is your brand new leader. Man, let's see, he's leading the tournament. Let's see if he can lead Berkeley Big Bass. 5:14 was leading that. A 5:9, and not gonna take over Berkeley Big Bass, but I know that doesn't break your heart right now. You are leading this tournament, man, and all I could think about all day long is how close you got the last time we were in Texas, and how driven you must be to get it this time around.
Yeah, I've got a second here at the Classic. I've got a second Angler of the Year. I want to win this event more than anything in the world. I went to my first Classic with my dad when I was, he was actually in the event. I was 13 years old, and ever since that point, I wanted to get here, and now we're looking to win. So there's only one more place I really need, and we're sitting here for one day anyway. Or I say that we still got a long way to go, but looking pretty good. I had a absolutely incredible morning. That last practice day, I had 18 bites in the first 2 hours, and I didn't feel like I was going to have more than 30 minutes this morning, so I tried to even ramp it up from there. So it was fun.
Watching you compete, it was all morning. You know, you did damage early often, but it was all done in the morning. Was that a result of you kind of laying off or changing, or is that just your bite happens, it's a small window and you better get them?
I actually feel like I've got a bigger fish deal, but it's really, really hard to get a bite. So, you know, I tried to, I won't say I tried to stay away from it. The wind kept me away from it today. So, anyway, I kept looking around for more stuff like what I had. I really felt like I could get another big bite, and I ended up catching another big-headed 4-pounder. I cooled up in the last 30 minutes on one of my favorite baits. So I think I got a little bit more going after today. So who knows? Everybody talks about this place being a flip-flop lake. So don't be surprised if I come in not quite on the same level tomorrow. So who knows?
You're one of the most entertaining people to watch on live, and I can't wait to watch it go down again tomorrow. Let's hear for your tournament leader, Steve Kennedy.
And we're gonna get a little
one more War Eagle.
War
Tripp,
Eagle.
you gonna let that?
I said War Eagle to him. I have to tip my hat to him. 23 pounds.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nobody in Texas cares.
Yeah. Speaking of Texas, how about a little local love, everybody? Out of Fort Worth, Texas, Chris Zaldain.
The Zaldangerous one, 2-time Bassmaster winner, comes in here in his hometown with an opportunity to win a Bassmaster Classic he has desperately chased, and that Hydrilla Gorilla is gonna go a long way in his ultimate quest to hold the title come Sunday. Unfortunately, one short of his limit. 4 fish today for 13 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into 7th place, but 13-11 with 4 fish. Let me hear it. Now, of course, 4 fish, but we're gonna have to look on our Berkeley Big Bass scale. It was 5:14, now 7:14. Our new Berkeley Big Bass, a leader in Chris Zaldain. I really don't know what's happening right now, but I mean, it was entertaining.
Big fish song right there. It's a big fish beat.
Big fish beat indeed, and man, you started off firing. I mean, right away my phone lit up, a 6-pounder first thing in the morning. What a day, but one short, and that is the Zaldain lifestyle.
No, it totally is, especially here in Texas. I love fishing in Texas. It's got so many big bass, so many awesome fans. Lake Ray Roberts does not have a lot of bass in it, but the ones you catch, the ones I'm targeting are absolutely huge. I went for, 4 or 5 big bites today and only ended up with 1 big bite. So as soon as I went to the bank, I caught a few 2-pounders, but I decided not to start in the bushes like, probably most of the field. And I'm kind of fishing off the bank a little bit. I'm looking for one of those 30-pound bags. This is the classic. You really have to lay it all out there. We're not completely out of the game, after today, but I am fishing around a lot of big ones, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Great first day. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Let's keep the Texas love coming.
I believe we can do it. Let's bring our next guy in out of Temple, Texas. You know him. Here comes Frank Talley.
Frank the Tank Talley, an Elite Series champion, took the title on Lake Guntersville, rolling in here in the Stars and Stripes shorts. And he wants to hear some noise, Texas. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. Frank the Tank Talley dropping bombs on day number 1. Whoa. You're making Tripp work double duty here, Frank. He's retired. Hold it high one more time. Let's hear it for Frank the Tank Talley. And just like that, a brand new Berkley Big Bass, 8 pounds, 3 ounces. The big fish beat is happening again. Frank, you dreamed of this moment coming into this arena. You threw an absolute freak panda up there in front of your family. Tell me how this feels.
Oh, brother, I got electricity running through my veins. You know, you take an 8-pounder and you pull him out of heavy bush with some cigar braid, and it's just mono-y-mono, baby. I'm just pumped up, excited. I'm ready to go tomorrow. You guys got me excited.
Another shot at him again tomorrow, and man, that emotion this morning when you took off was pretty incredible.
Oh, it was incredible. Having my family, my fans, being in Texas, you don't get any better than that, man. I got goose pimples all the way down. Look at these shorts.
Look at the shorts.
Just representing Texas, Dave. I really appreciate everything you do, buddy.
I appreciate everything you do. Thank you for being the man you are, the angler you are, and the champion you are.
All right, let's bring our next angler in. Y'all ready to go? We got a fella out of, he's calls New Market, Minnesota, his home. Here comes Seth Feider.
A 2-time Bassmaster winner, the current leader in Elite Series Angler of the Year points with just 2 events left to go. The amazing fighter, man, starting off the 51st Bassmaster Classic. 5 fish here today, but nothing to hold up, so come on around and have a visit with us. 12 pounds, 10 ounces, and nothing to show off here today, but man, a lot can change tomorrow, you know that. I mean, I don't need to give you a pep talk. I mean, you have drinks named after you. Your mustache has its own Instagram account. I mean, you're a confident individual.
Yeah, no, I actually had a good day. Just didn't execute. I had quite a few bites for this lake, probably 10 or 12 bites, and just didn't catch the right ones.
Tomorrow, catch the right ones?
Oh, yeah. It's comeback day. I always do better on day 2, so we'll go catch a big bag tomorrow, and I'll bring you 2 big ones to show everyone.
Love to see it. Let's hear it for him. Throw up a llama for the amazing fighter man, Seth Feider.
And the stash rules, baby. All right, Lake Havasu, Arizona is our next angler's home. He comes in. He is Justin Kerr.
His very first Bassmaster Classic, representing the Nevada Bass Anglers, doing the West Coast proud. Nevada, the home of the very first Bassmaster Classic. And let's welcome him to his first Classic stage. A good fish right there to start it off for Justin Kerr. He's got 5 fish here on day number 1. Come on up here. 5 fish here today on day number 1. Those 5 fish weighed in at 13 pounds, 6 ounces, put you in 9th place. And man, what did it feel like to roll into the Bassmaster Classic arena?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. You know, I've dreamed about this since I started bass fishing about 25 years ago, and I thought I'd give it a chance. And, you know, supporting the nation this year, that was a great opportunity for me, and a lot of guys are great fishermen. So, you know, I'm super fortunate to be here, and hopefully I can put them in the boat tomorrow and get it done.
Great to have you. Are you an outcast in the West Coast? Because you're one of the only West Coast anglers that actually does not iron the bill of your cap.
Yeah, you know, it looks pretty stupid on my head when I do that, so I bend it a little bit.
That's how they're meant to work. Good to have you here. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
All right. Next guy comes in out of beautiful, well, the central part of the Sunshine State. He's out of DeBerry, Florida. Here comes John Cox.
A 7-time FLW winner, a former Forest Wood Cup champion, a 2-time Bassmaster winner, competes in every single tournament across the country. Literally, Tuesday night jackpot tournament, no matter what lake you're on, show up, John Cox will be there. But today, he's competing in the Bassmaster Classic. 3 fish here today for 4 pounds even. And man, live by the sword, die by the sword. But I mean, I gotta bring it up. You fish an incredible amount of tournaments. That limits your pre-fish, and you had what, like basically a half a day pre-fish here? You kind of kicking yourself, or is that how you perform bass?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't catch them today. I mean, I tried. I mean, the lake's kind of fishing small. A lot of us are fishing the same areas, and I watched our guys kill them today. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, I'll try to kind of stay out of some of those guys' way, and you know, maybe we'll get on something else. But man, I'm thrilled to be here. I feel like it's been too long. You know, I mean, it's, you know, with all the stuff, and but yeah, this is great. Man, we're also, Crestliner is going to be giving away a boat on Sunday. So everybody make sure you go to winabassboat.com and sign up for that. And it's going to be full of Boo Garcia rod and reels and Berkeley baits, all kinds of good stuff. So everybody wants to make sure they get in that drawing.
I'll make you feel better about a tough day. Look right there. You see a sign like that. What does that make you feel like?
Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool. Man, thank you guys. I'll try to make you proud tomorrow.
Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. John Cox will be back here tomorrow.
All right, let's bring our next angler in. He's from beautiful Benton, Illinois. Big welcome, everybody, for Trevor McKinney.
From McKendree University, representing the thousands of Carhartt collegiate competitors across the country, here at his very first Bassmaster Classic. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna need to get our scale flipped here. 12 pounds, 12 ounces here on day number 1. His first trip to the Classic. Get loud for him. Man, we talked in the water. I was literally in the water this morning when we were talking. You were in a boat, but about how special this opportunity is, and I really appreciate how you're soaking in every moment. But tell me what that felt like to roll into this arena.
Yeah, man, you got to soak up every moment because you never know when you're going to make it back. Carhartt gives one collegiate angler every year the opportunity to make the Bassmaster Classic. And how awesome is that? I'm in college and fishing the Classic, so this has been my dream ever since I was a kid, and it's just awesome.
Dream just getting started, just day number 1. Let's hear it for him, and Don Day, let's keep him rolling.
All right, be glad to. Got a fella coming in out of Richmond, Virginia. About a big Texas welcome for Ed Loughran.
His very first Bassmaster Classic, the barrister Edward Loughran III has worked incredibly hard on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and after an incredible season last year, gets the opportunity to fish his first Bassmaster Classic. Get loud for Ed Loughran, ladies and gentlemen. 5 fish here today, 15 pounds, 8 ounces, and Ed Loughran is inside the top 10 in 8th place. Get loud. Who says that if you're a lawyer during the week, you can't win the Bassmaster Classic, man? You are put yourself in contention after day 1 and got to feel good about it, Ed.
I feel great about it. At least I didn't take myself out of contention. You know, I don't know if I can do it again tomorrow, but had a great day on Ray Roberts. Everything just worked. Everything clicked. Didn't lose anything of any significance. Just a great day for my first day at the Bassmaster Classic.
Lucky to spend a little time with you and your wife the other day. I know what this means to your family. What did that feel like coming in here?
It was great. You know, it's very reminiscent of the last Classic weigh-in I was at in the Richmond Coliseum in 1990. So it's been a very long time, but I made it.
Great to have you here, and I got a feeling it won't be his last.
Hey, we got another angler coming out of the beautiful area called DeBarry, Florida. How about a big welcome for Mr. Keith Carson?
He is a Bassmaster Opens winner, ladies and gentlemen. You saw the incredible video Berkeley put out about him and his relationship with John Cox. It seems the fan club has a similar relationship because I think they just flipped the sign, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Carson took a win in the Bassmaster Opens, qualified to be here. The Bassmaster Classic. He's got 5 fish here on day number 1. 10 pounds, 15 ounces. Puts him in 15th place currently. But let's hear it for Berkeley Abu Garcia Pro, Keith Carson, here at his very first Bassmaster Classic. Keith, welcome to the Bassmaster Classic stage. See a sign like that and hear that crowd when you come into this arena. It's just Friday. It's only going to get bigger and better. How does it feel?
Man, it's amazing to finally be here. It's been a lifelong journey to get here, and I got to thank my family for supporting me the whole way. Yeah, I had a tough day. I'm glad that I caught 5. I got the new Berkeley Chigger Crawl, and I did lose some big ones on it today. They were biting a little funny with the strong winds, but man, I'm just so excited and thankful to actually be here, and hopefully I can catch 5 big ones tomorrow.
Forward to see you back here tomorrow. You're an incredibly talented angler. I feel we'll see you back here in the future.
Another northern angler coming into the house here. Big Texas welcome. He's out of Lansing, Michigan. How about it, everybody, for Chad Pipkins?
Chad Pipkins took a win at the Opens, has an incredible support team. Had a herd of friends show up to surprise him here today. Let's hear it from the Pipkins fans. And give them something to cheer about. Pip Pip Parade on day number 1 of the Bassmaster Classic. And yes, I can be that cheesy. $12 pounds of 5 ounces today. 12.5, going to give you an opportunity to hold that high, and I want you to look right there because an incredible group of people showed up to surprise you here today. Little Birdie told me that a whole bunch of your friends decided to come here and party with you here this week. How cool is that?
They're gonna get me fired up, man. I didn't know any of those guys were gonna be here. I knew my family was here. I can always count on them, but that's awesome. I absolutely love coming to Texas because that was a 6.5. I lost another one like that, and it's gonna happen. Now that I know you guys are here, I'm gonna bring 5 of those in tomorrow. We're gonna get after it.
Incredible to be surprised like that. Good first day, but I can't wait to see how tomorrow goes.
Yeah, it was fun today, man. I only caught 4, but I caught a couple big ones. Lost a big one. We're gonna get after it, and anything can happen. It's Texas. Appreciate you guys coming out, and if you get a chance, swing by the Suzuki booth tomorrow and get some swag. See ya.
Donde, how about you give us someone new?
Okay, I believe we can handle it. Out of Belmont, North Carolina, Brian New.
The fromage be flowing here today, ladies and gentlemen, but it took him one event to prove that he is new, not just in name. He definitely has the game. Won the very first Elite Series event he fished, qualified to be here through the Bassmaster Opens through a victory there. Actually won the Angler of the Year title on the Opens. And let's welcome him to the Classic for the very first time. Some sports, you get the day off if you've got an injury. He's got a wrist injury. He just had to figure out how to get it done with that injury. 11 pounds, 8 ounces today, puts him in 15th place. Let's hear it for him one more time as he holds them high, ladies and gentlemen. New only in name. He's definitely got the game. Brian New in his very first Bassmaster Classic, 11 pounds, 8 ounces. Brian, 11-8, and I know how you are. You're ultra competitive. You're never happy unless you're winning, and to be one short of a limit, kind of bummed. But man, that just sets it up. I mean, you like to come from behind. I mean, that's what we've seen in your career so far.
Yeah, I've done it before. But you know what? Yeah, I wish I would have had a bigger bag today, but it's a blessing just being here. I've waited my entire life. I know everybody this is their first one have said that. I've waited my entire life to be here. I've waited 511 days since I qualified for this event, to fish this event. And I'm very blessed that I caught those 4. I had a few missed opportunities, whatever everybody did. We're going to go out there tomorrow, put those Fitzgerald rods up and go see reels to work. Had to switch to a left-hand reel because, whatever. I got a little fracture in the hand, but my family, friends, love y'all, everybody else that come out. Dude, this is the Bassmaster Classic. It's pretty awesome. This is the biggest stage that has ever been and will ever be in bass fishing. and I'm standing on it right now. So that's a dream come true.
The best part is it's just day number 1. We're just getting started. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. This next angler, he comes out of Lake Wiley, South Carolina. How about a big Texas welcome for Todd Auten?
Part of our Super 6 at the 50th Bassmaster Classic. And once again, knocking at the door at number 51. 5 fish for Todd Auten here today. Digging deep in that Ranger Mercury. And gonna bring us some fish. 5 fish on day number 1 for Lake Wiley, South Carolina's Todd Auten. 15 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into 7th place. Get loud for Todd Auten, trying to get in the Super 6, 2 classics in a row. $15.12, a great start, puts you in 7th place, Todd. Gonna be happy about that on a body of water that a lot of people, are you happy about it or kind of?
I'm very happy about that. You know, my practice went pretty bad. I don't think I caught 1 or 2 keepers every day. But, you know, you don't set the hook on a lot of fish in practice. You know, you're using a bait without a hook on it, and you just kind of pull them up, try to see what they are, but you never know what you're going to get when you go setting the hooks. And there was a lot of small fish, but we ended up catching a few good fish, and maybe they'll replenish a little bit tomorrow, I hope. But, you know, the fishing here has been pretty tough, but it seems like when you get a bite, it's pretty good.
Well, 1 day down and 2 more to go. Can they keep biting?
You know, I got a couple areas I didn't go to that I had a few bites, and you know, you just got to go see, because a lot of guys are rotating the same water, and you know, I run into that some today, but I did go back after they left and caught a couple fish, so you never know.
We can't wait to see how it works out for you. Great to have you here. Let's hear it for Todd Auten, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, let's bring this next angler in. He's a big-time pro out of Shelby, North Carolina. Here comes Matt Airy.
He's an 11-time FLW Cup qualifier, fishing his 2nd Bassmaster Classic, a 2-time FLW Tour winner, and a proud member of Team Toyota. Rolling in here in his beautiful Toyota Tundra and Ranger Mercury package. Gonna bring us 5 fish here on day number 1 of the 51st Bassmaster Classic, the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic, presented by Hook. Always great to have you here. 15 pounds, 5 ounces, puts him in 10th place. And let me hear it from my Matt Airy fans. $15 pounds, 5 ounces, a great start to things. And man, I know you qualified for 11 cups, and you know, this is your 2nd classic, but does that ever get old? I mean, that feeling when those curtains open.
No, there's 2 views in here, and one is coming through those curtains, and the other view is sitting right in that little crowd right there, because my girls got to come down here.
Great to have you here. Look forward to seeing you come back tomorrow. And next thing we're rolling in here, he comes from beautiful area. It's Montauk, Connecticut. How about it? Texas welcome for Paul Loughran. He holds the record for the 5 biggest fish ever weighed in the Bassmaster
15-1, great start, finish in 13th place. You gonna feel good about day number 1, or was it just look good on day?
No, I actually thought I dug myself a hole, and I'm happy with it. Obviously it seems like it was a tougher day. It's hard to tell. Just wasted a lot of big fish. It just didn't seem to bite good today. I had an opportunity to have a good bag. I'm excited for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I think we're going to see some big bags. Something was just weird with the weather today. They bit early and then they kind of quit for me. So we'll see what happens. And man, this lake's got some big ones. I'm hoping to catch some tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing how it works out. Always great to have you here.
Ontario, here comes Jeff Gustafson.
The great Canadian snow leopard, Jeff Gustafson. Actually known by everybody in Canada as Gussie, who became the second Canadian to win a Lake Series event in just as many years. Let's welcome him back to the Bassmaster Classic stage. Winning Knoxville earlier this year. 4 fish here today, 8 ounces, losing to 29th place. But he is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Once again, let me hear it from the great Canadian snow leopard. Gussie, a tough first day here today, but I mean, living a pretty good existence. Just pretty much everything we're doing down here is illegal in Canada.
Yeah, I've been down here since March, so my wife and I have been down here, and we're going to head home next week, so we are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going to Lake of the Woods and catching about 100 bass and making myself feel good again.
Tough day, but man, to come in here to this arena and the message from home and everything, I mean, it's pretty easy to build back up your confidence with all that support.
Oh yeah, I know if it was easy, everybody would do it, but it's like the greatest privilege ever that we get to do this and finish in this tournament, and like the whole week, I get to be on the sleep program next week probably, but it's so awesome. All the events and just all
happy to have you back here on the stage. 12 pounds, 11 ounces. He was in 21st place. Gonna be a big way in the back. But man, this is honestly a body of water that, you know, it's up and down. So you know there's a lot of time left in this tournament.
Yeah, you know, honestly, probably anybody 10 pounds and up still got a chance to win this deal. My day today, I said if I can get 7 or 8 bites, I'd be happy with it. I know I'd have, you know, 15, 18 pounds, but we'll end up with 12, 11. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Another shot at tomorrow. We got a great man up here cheering on. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Next pro is out of Brookville, Indiana. I didn't know for Mr. Bill Loughran. South Carolina, here comes Tripp Weldon.
Texas has been very good to him. 2 times as Century Club member in the great state of Texas, both of those within the last 12 months. He is the 2020 Texas Fest champion, a 3-time Opens winner. Get loud for Pastor Walters. This year today, Patrick Walters is right here to start our first quarter. 22 pounds, 7 ounces. 22-7. And Patrick Walters rockets into second place here at the 51st Bassmaster Classic. I don't have a question for you. I'm just going to give you the mic. They know how this game is played, and they woo indeed, man. Did you put on a show today? 22 sevences in second place. All those Century Clubs from Texas. I mean, you came into a fitting song, especially fitting if you could roll out of here with that incredibly beautiful Bassmaster Classic trophy.
If you're going to play in Texas, then you got to catch big bass. And this morning was magical. It was a good morning. I was really going for 2 bites. And when I went in there just for the catch them, I was like, man,
supposed to have the Bassmaster patch on you to compete. When Tripp getting disqualified, not maybe I got her on. He's got it right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm intimidated to see the word comes to my mind. What's your name? So many. Yeah, I got that concrete crowd right here a couple weeks ago, and would you believe I didn't even make any brand points coming into this? My life should be all thankful and everything. Fixing to kind of move the trailer out of the trailer park out to a little bit of land, and next thing she says is, you go in this thing so we can get a double wide. You're on pace for us. I mean, how do you do all that on the water and then yet give us all of this here on this day? Yeah, I got big sore. I ain't getting no dang double wide. If we look at this thing now, we're going to go around down the trailer park. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Matt Robertson. Unoriginal. I'd say so. Their characters travel a long way to get here. He's out of Chiba, Japan. Please welcome Taku Ito. Welcome to the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, welcome to South Africa, the big stage. I'm so excited. So I have never seen. I every year watch TV only. My first time classic, I'm here. I'm very excited. Thank you very much.
Gonna catch some good again tomorrow. And if you sort of live here today, tomorrow, better plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow I have to get more. So today, but no miss, it's good day. So I got to see one hole, but need no more big fish. I will get 500 tomorrow.
Can't wait to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, the always smiling Takumi Ito. Newland, Georgia, to St. Louis, Georgia. Here comes Micah Frazier. Elite Series champion, rolling in their first roll around the Yamaha Mercury. Unfortunately, just two fish here today. Two fish for 3 pounds
You know, I got to bust a big bag even for it even matters, so, you know, I'll probably try to start on some jacks on top stuff in the morning and just see if I can put some big ones in the boat early. This didn't pan out today, but the wind was, you know, hitting a lot of the stuff that I wanted to fish. Just didn't work out, you know, it was either too cold or too windy, and no matter where I went, it just didn't work, so, no worries, look after them tomorrow, we'll see how it goes.
Forward to see it back here tomorrow. Another fan favorite ready to roll in. He's at a restaurant. I know. Here comes Brendan Auten.
He's a former Bassmaster national champion, overall Elite Series angler of the year, a 5-time Elite Series winner, and recently won a Bassmaster Open. And the prodigy returns to the Bassmaster Classic. Digging deep in that Senior Yamaha Blackwell. Get loud for the prodigy, Brendan Auten. 5 this year today for Brendan Auten. 14 pounds and 4 ounces, puts him in 17th place currently. Get out for Brendan Auten. First of all, welcome back to the Bassmaster Classic. We're happy to have BP back here at the Bassmaster Classic. Brandon, great to have you back here. I got to joke with you, this is going to be an incredibly big month for you. I mean, your fiancée Tiffany completed her first marathon just last week. Let's hear it for her, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting married in 2 weeks, and what better way to say with that little Oreo cookie than with a Bassmaster Classic Open would you do with your on Sunday?
I mean, we joked around when I won the Northern Open a few months ago that it was her birthday that week, so I was going to buy her a boat. Because you used to win boats, so it was her birthday boat. I guess this would be a pretty good wedding gift if I could pull off a win here. Got a lot of work to do. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball.
What changed out there? For so many people, or did it change for you? And you know, is this kind of satisfying with the previous?
This is actually better than my practice was. I didn't have a single day where I caught keeper bites in practice. So today I was able to just get in the area, grind it out, get that 14 pounds. I only had 5 keeper bites. The first one was a 5.5 pounder. I know they're in that area, so if I can just get 5 of those by tomorrow, we'll be right back in this thing.
Get it done. There's not a bass fishing fan in the world who wouldn't want to see it.
Now the young gun ready to roll in. He's from Newcomerstown. Hi, here comes Dr. Schreier.
not just doing the things I like this week, and really I got off to a really slow start. Didn't have a fishing boat until 11 o'clock. And unfortunately, I think I was a little trigger happy. I was just, every bite that I got, I lost the bite. But anyhow, I got to thank my perfectly max that saved my butt. I had to slow down, get the bite, catch the fish. But man, I can't stress enough how much that max it helps in pressure situations. You know, we got a lot of guys doing the same stuff. But you know, I lost a big fish, so I know tomorrow that I can definitely get 5 good ones. That's what I'm gonna try to do. They live here in Texas, and go through some numbers of little ones, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a 5-pounder. So hopefully you will get along tomorrow, and show you guys a big bag of Texas bass. I'd love to see it. Great to have you here.
Texas love that this fella from Catawba, North Carolina. Here comes Shane Hugh.
Fishing the Bassmaster Classic, man. That feeling of coming to this arena never gets old.
No, and this is my second time here. And I'm really proud to make it here. We get paid for this event, and that's a good thing. But I didn't come here just to get paid. I'm a little disappointed today. The last day of practice, our official practice day, I had several really great bites on a new bait coming out now. Well, it's an old style power bait. It's a Berkeley Chicken Prawn 4-inch. Just flipping a black eye, green pumpkin, but then now they made it better. It's now down on the back segment. It's super soft. The tails have a ton of action. And I was steady getting bumped on that thing that last day of practice, so I was really looking forward to it. I had some big fish bites. You know, I had a couple 5 and 6 pounders bites. So tomorrow we could make that happen. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing. I might rotate some new areas. You know, you guys talk about wind, I'm sure, a lot today. I dealt with that, but as an angler for me, you know, you got to change with the conditions, and I just didn't do my job out today. I caught 9 or 10 keepers, and I thought it was going to be, you know, if I caught 5 fish, I was going to have a decent day. I didn't expect to get more than 5 to 7 bites. And so hopefully I only get 5 to 7 bites tomorrow, but I weigh in 25 pounds.
Love to see it. Great to have you here.
Hey, next guy coming in representing Knoxville, Tennessee. Big Texas welcome for Brandon Carr.
The 2012 Elite Series Rookie of the Year. 17 Bassmaster top 10s. And 5 fish here today at the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic. 12 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into 29th place. But let's celebrate another classic qualification for Brandon Carr. $12.2 going to put you in 29th place, and you know that anything can happen. That's why we have 3-day derbies. It's never a one-day deal, and you can get right back in this thing. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I love the Bassmaster Classic. First thing, I just want to give a huge shout out to Tripp Weldon coming back. Glad he's doing good. My whole family's been praying for him, and man, he's a true inspiration. So let's give him a round of applause. But the day kind of started out on a crazy note. My brother-in-law came, to my room. We were going to head to the service yard. He's my caddy, and we started walking downstairs. I didn't have my truck keys, so I went back in the room. We searched through the whole entire room, could not find my truck keys. So I knew that I had a spare key, but the problem is that the spare key was inside my truck. So if anybody has a spare key, hide it somewhere on the outside. That just makes more sense, doesn't it?
Works better that way.
It works better. So here was my game plan. I was going to break a window out, get my spare key, and that was how I was going to use my truck today. Thankfully, I called Lisa with Bassmaster. She worked out a better plan. The Bassmaster crew was able to get me a Bassmaster truck to haul my boat up to the lake. And then my wife actually found the keys in my fishing line bag later in the day. So we swapped the trucks around. Everything's good now.
It's like a bad dream, but I'm glad it ended well. I mean, it really does. It's like one of those things. I made the classic, I'm ready to fish, and I lost my truck keys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you prepare so much for this event. I rigged tackle for days. Everything was dialed in, and then I don't have my truck keys.
Well, at least we know you were changing your line. I mean, he was prepared that way.
Next angler all the way from Tokoname Aichi in Japan, here comes Masayuki Matsushita.
His very first Bassmaster Classic, Masayuki Matsushita. So proud to be fishing this event, qualified through the Bassmaster Opens. Let's hear it for him and welcome him to this stage right, ladies and gentlemen. So many friends, family, and fans watching in Japan right now. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. The Bassmaster dream, big bass, big stage, big dreams. Truly an international dream. Three fish here today. Three fish for 5 pounds and 9 ounces. Puts him in 41st. Masayuki, just to be here. I know three fish was not the goal, but just to be here. How proud are you to be a Bassmaster Classic qualifier?
Thank you. Very exciting now. But today, very tough day. I needed 20 pounds. Yeah, I hope 20 pound catch tomorrow.
20 pounds tomorrow is the goal. I would love to see that happen, and I know Japan would love to see it happen. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, way to go. Hey, next angler comes out of Opelika, Alabama. Here comes Kyle Welcher.
Almost completed his second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. 2 events away from completing that, and he has never been out of the top 10 in our Angler of the Year race. This young superstar, you want to watch him because he's got a bright, bright future ahead of him, and a big day here today for Kyle Welcher. Unfortunately, 1 short of his limit. 4 fish here today for Kyle Welcher. 11 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 31st place, but get loud for Kyle Welcher. And take note, if you don't know already, I'm going to tell you a bright future ahead of this young man. I mean, things going great in the Elite Series, but I know the standard that you set yourself, and coming in here with 4 fish today is not part of that standard. But I also know how motivated that's going to make you come back tomorrow.
Right, yeah, you know, it's definitely not what I wanted to happen, and I covered a ton of water today. I feel like I fished really good. I just didn't get the bites. It's really tough to get bites out there. So, you know, some days you just stumble upon a couple good ones, and some days you just catch a couple short fish, and that kind of, you don't weigh in 5. So I'm going to reflect on the night, see if I made any mistakes. I'm pretty proud of how I fished. I just didn't get the result I wanted, but very happy to be here, and hopefully I'm going to bring in 5 of those big ones like that tomorrow.
Go get it done. I know you can.
Next pro is ready to roll. He comes in out of Colgate, Oklahoma. Here's Luke Palmer.
A calm, cool cat from Colgate, Oklahoma is money in the bank when it comes to fantasy fishing, and a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Get loud for Luke Palmer. 13 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 20th place. Let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Luke Palmer. Luke, your entrance song was like an emotional roller coaster. I mean, it went many different directions. It was shocking, but somewhat satisfying. Tell me about your day.
You like that, don't you? It was a day, you know, everybody's gonna be like, well, you sandbag, Luke. Well, my marshal was giving me a little pep talk, and he got a little animated, and his phone was like, bloop. It's in about 12 foot of water right now. So we almost went diving. He said it's a little far out there for him, but it was a grind for me big time today. But, you know, that's sometimes just what you got to do, and that's what I've done my whole career. As you've seen, that I just don't catch a bunch of big ones or a ton of fish, but I try to catch me 5, 6, 7 and the right ones. And actually at 1:15 or 1:30 today, I had 2 fish. And by 2 o'clock, I'd filled out the limit and actually culled once or twice. So I'm not mad about it, and anything can happen to this place right now because, you know, 25, even 30 pounds is possible, so you can catch right back up and make to that Sunday cut.
Love to see it happen. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Dundee, it's the time of the weigh-in where Texas probably just wants a little more Texas.
We got it. No problem. Bivens, Texas. Here comes Brad Watley.
Five Bassmaster top 10s. His second trip to the Bassmaster Classic. And Team Mercury's Brad Watley. A tough first day, 2 fish here today. Not the start he wanted. 4 pounds, 10 ounces, puts you in 44th, but I mean, it's just qualify. I mean, you don't have to think about it. I mean, time to swing tomorrow. I mean, overused term, but you're definitely going to be in that position.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just glad to get to stand next to your pretty mug finally. I haven't got to get this close to you all year, and good seeing Tripp. But, no, I mean, guys, I didn't catch them today. I had a few good bites. I'm sure a lot of people did. And but one thing I know, I've never been to this lake, even though I don't live far from it. But I have seen some giants this week. I really have. And if you would have told me coming into today that I would have weighed in 2 fish, I would have said there's no way. I mean, I have seen some really big fish this week. So I know that's not what I'm looking for. You don't ever want to weigh that in the Classic. But it's definitely possible to catch 25, 30 pounds out here tomorrow. So I'm going to go for it. I've caught them all week, so I feel like, you know, ain't no way I can do bad 2 days in a row. So I'm going to go catch them up tomorrow.
Go get it done. I can't wait to see it happen.
Hey, this next fella comes from a beautiful area. It's Chickamauga, Georgia. Here comes Buddy Gross.
Took him 3 events into his Elite Series career to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. A former FLW winner and now an Elite Series winner. Took that win on Lake Eufaula. And we're going to welcome him to his very first Bassmaster Classic stage. Team Mercury's Buddy Gross, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for him. In a lot of sports, they have the DL, give you a few days off, 5 pounds, 8 ounces. And in pro fishing, at events like the Bassmaster Classic, for these anglers, that just is not an option. And Buddy Gross fishing a little injured here this week, but 2 fish on day number 1 with 5 pounds, 8 ounces. And Buddy, as I said, fishing injured, you know, we see a little bit of a limp there. Did that affect you today?
You know, I'm just blessed. Lord blessed me to even make this tournament. You know, I got injured and I didn't think I was going to be able to make it. I fished hurt today, but it's not an excuse. I just didn't get the bites today. You know, this lake's got big ones in it, so we can make a comeback tomorrow, and we're going to try.
Love to see it happen. Always great to have Buddy Gross here. Let's hear it for him. I think we should bring, you know who I miss? I miss the first Canadian to ever win the Elite Series event. Let's bring him out right now. He's got none of his Canadians in the crowd. Let me hear it for Chris Johnston. Chris Johnston, the first Canadian to ever win an Elite Series event, would love to become the first Canadian to win a Bassmaster Classic. Also holds the title to be the first Canadian to ever win an FLW Tour event, and would love to clean sweep all of those titles. 16 pounds even. He moves into the top 10 in 9th place currently. Chris Johnston getting it done on day number 1. 16 pounds even, and a great start to things, sitting in 9th place, and gotta feel good about that after one day. I mean, I heard you kind of talking on media day, said you got your bad classic out of the way last year, and by the looks of things, you were right.
Yeah, I'm hoping to keep it going. It was actually a really tough day today. That one big one I caught there, I had to work for it. I had it on and it got hung up, and put the Garmin trolling motor on 100, and I went in head first, and I got branches all over my boat. It was all I could do to get them out, but we got it. We left another one in there, but that's fishing. But still had fun today, and appreciate everyone sticking around. I'm almost the last guy, and thanks for cheering me on.
Always great to have you here. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, buddy. Let's bring our next angler in. He's out of Greenwood, South Carolina. Here comes Brendan Cobb.
A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series winner, took both those W's in his very first season on the Elite Series. Get loud for the C-O-double-B, Brendan Cobb. Three fish here today, 7 pounds, 5 ounces, moves him into 42nd place with 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Gonna hold him high for you, Fort Worth, Texas. $7.5, not the start that you had planned, but man, it doesn't matter how you start, it's all about how you finish.
That's right, it's a multi-day tournament, so yeah, today was a little rough. I think I was about 20% on bite to catch ratio, which you can't do that in any tournament, much less the Classic. So we'll go back after it tomorrow, put some bigger Yozuri string on, and get a bigger arc rod out, and see if I can get them out of the bushes better tomorrow.
I'd love to see it happen for you. Great to have you on the Classic stage. Let's hear it for him.
Way to go, brother. And next angler representing Collinsville, Mississippi. Here comes Brock Mosley.
A 4-time Elite Series of Bridesmaid. But finally, the Brock has come back to the Bassmaster Classic. Four fish here today. Brock Mosley with 4 fish here today, 8 pounds, 10 ounces, moves him into 40th place currently. Get loud for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear it for Brock Mosley. Eight pounds at 10 ounces puts you in 40th place right now. But as you've heard me say a few times, not about how you start, it's all about how you finish and all these positive things that I got to fill your head with right now so we can get past this moment right now. Because this isn't what you planned, is it?
Man, it just did not go the way I was hoping today. I got just as many bites. I just never run into the big bites today. And man, it's just a grind, and you don't know if you're going to set the hook on a 2-pounder or an 8 or 9-pounder on this place. And you know, I just never got the big bites today. And you know, who knows? Tomorrow you go out there and you can catch a mega bag in one day here. I've seen it. It can happen, but man, it just kind of stinks having a bad day one after a solid practice. But that tends how it goes for me, at least. When I have a good practice, I usually have a bad tournament.
Well, another shot at him again tomorrow, and hopefully get back in this tournament. We are not done. Keep them rolling.
Yeah, we got another guy out of Ontario coming up next. He is Corey Johnston. Give it up for him, folks.
You saw him on Bass Live all day long. Corey Johnston trying to become the first Canadian to ever win an Elite Series event. 5 fish here today, already has 1 Classic record. I believe the first angler to ever chug a beer on stage. And we brought Tripp back to make sure he didn't do it again. 16 pounds, 2 ounces. And Corey Johnston in the thick of things here today in 9th place, ladies and gentlemen. Normally you just see how you did, but I want you to have a look here right now. Your brother just weighed in a little while ago with 16 pounds. You have 16 pounds, 2 ounces, so how proud are you of those 2 ounces?
That's almost as good as winning the Classic.
You guys are both in the top 10 after day number 1. The Johnston juggernaut steams on here at the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, you know what? It was a great day out there today. Caught lots of fish, had lots of bites. I had 7 big bites today, and I lost the 2 biggest ones, but when you're fishing the way I'm fishing, it's going to happen, and you know, hopefully tomorrow everything goes right and they all get in the boat.
Great start to this tournament. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, Don Day, you qualify for a cold, refreshing beverage because our weigh-in is officially complete. Your tournament leader, the same one since the first hour of the day with 23 pounds even. Let me hear it for Steve Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen.